An overview of the Pedersoli 1873 Springfield trapdoor carbine. This is a modern-made reproduction of a classic U.S. firearm. I got this gun used, so I didn't pay the full retail price on it. I kind of got a deal on it. Usually I like to fool with the originals in shootable condition, but carbines I kind of stay away from because they draw a premium. People are willing to pay more for them. Out of all the trapdoors that are faked, the carbine is the one. There is a guy called the Trapdoor Man. He specializes in Springfield trapdoors and accessories. And when he lists some of his, he lists them as cut down rifles. And basically what he had, some cut down rifles that were, basically rifles cut down to look like carbines. What I paid for this come out to about what the price he has. So it's tough to buy a gun in an auction, and it's tough to size these guns up to make sure they're original unless you can disassemble them. And it's very rare and difficult to find a dealer who will allow you to do that. So that's why I kind of avoid the carbines. So I got this repro, and there's a few things about it. First of all, it's a very beautiful gun, nice wood, bluing, beautiful color case hardening. You got the saddle ring on the side. You got a type of sight. I don't know if that's an exact repro of a carbine sight or that. I didn't check. But you got an adjustable rear sight and a fixed blade front sight. And this has the ramps and ladder and that. So I don't know if that's original or not, or I'm not an expert, like I said, on the carbines. The one thing about it, a lot of people say this has the smaller groove diameter of 458, 457. It doesn't. I slugged the bore on this gun, and it does have the original 3 groove rifling with a 461 groove diameter. So that's one thing about this. I know Dixie Gun Works has it listed different. The Sharps that Pedersoli makes, I believe, have the 458, 457 groove diameter. But their trapdoors, at least on this one, it does not. So, the only thing about it, I've shot well. I shot it off the bench and shot low and to the left, and I thought I had a problem with the sights, but then I shot it offhand today and it shot pretty much right on, so I was impressed with it. We're going to change the camera angle and take a look at some of the features that are different than a standard trapdoor. Okay, I have it side by side with a original trapdoor to show you where the big difference is. And it all comes down in the bolt. Now, I haven't pulled the lock off. I don't know if the lock is 100% original, if they have coil springs on it. But the thing about this gun and the Harrington and Richardson made copies of this years ago, copies of these trapdoors, is in the latch where your cam is, and your thumb latch. That's been redesigned. That's not like the original. If you look here, there's a hole where there's a set screw that holds that cam onto the thumb latch, and the firing pin is a bit different. So I believe that comes out with a screw like the normal one. And what I mean by it, if you go on my channel, you'll see where I disassemble this. An original one, if you notice, there's no hole there. That's because the thumb latch and the cam is one piece. It is not attached to the cylinder. Okay? And also where it's different is there's a screw here that comes out, and there's a little plate where this whole assembly comes out as one piece. That isn't present on a repro. It's just the shaft that goes through there, and I don't know if the thumb latch holds it in or what, or the cam holds it in. And where the problem is, if this becomes loose and rotates independently from the shaft on the latch, this gun can unlock when you fire, flip up. And that's a problem with the repro guns, which is because they change the design. That's about the only thing. I think that and the firing pin they've changed, because that doesn't look like a normal Springfield firing pin. So that's about the only downfall of this gun. Other than that, it's a real nice repro, and what I got tied into it for the money, it's I'm happy with it, and it shoots well. I took it out, shot it off the bench, kind of shot low and to the left, and when I'll do a video where I shoot it offhand, it shoots pretty much right on. So just a fluke or something, getting used to the gun. But there's a review on that one.